on the American Eagles from Southern Boone and then the American Bulldogs from Mexico. The American Bulldogs from Mexico. You make sense of that.
You thought about that overnight.
What am I doing at home? Like, I work from home. I just come up with this stuff.
You got a zoo, man.
I got a zoo. I do have a zoo.
You're like an animal kingdom out there.
Yeah, you never come out and visit. You say you're allergic to animals.
Do you have like a tram that goes around your territory? Like, I want to be. That's what I'm looking
driving
for.
The trolley all around. You know how it goes. Osage and Versailles is about to get started here soon. Winter Shelton Real Estate pregame show up here in the Kellysport Marina press box. Teams lining up for the national anthem. We'll take a break, come back with the starting lineups and the opening tip-off after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Attention all contractors, homeowners, and equipment enthusiasts. United Rentals has everything you need. That's right. And if they don't, they'll go to work to find it or order the piece of equipment that you need. With one of the largest fleets in the country, they carry everything from man lifts and telehandlers to skid steers and excavators. United Rentals not only rents, they sell used equipment as well. Looking for equipment service? Look no further than United Rentals to take care of your fleet. Take Highway 42 to Blue Ridge Road. United Rentals, helping you build the future.
Sold out crowd at Remax Arena at Lake of the Ozarks, and Winter Shelton's got 5 seconds left to win this deal. Can they pull it off? Inbound passes to Shelton at the top of the key. They try to double team him. Shelton crosses over the competition with some razzle dazzle. 2, 1. He shoots the game winner, and it's Winter Shelton for the win. Shelton is crushing it.
When buying a home or real estate, put the ball in Winter Shelton's hands for the game winner.
Winter Shelton's crushing it, yeah.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you've saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Mills & Sons Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people. At 2701 Bagnell Dam Boulevard. Call us at 365-2002 or visit our website at millsinsurance.com. We're on your side because life happens.
Rise and shine and start your day the right way at Hy-Vee Market Grill with their Pick 3 breakfast deal. For just $5, you get 2 eggs, choice of crispy bacon or savory sausage, and toast or fluffy pancakes. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Available now at your Osage Beach Hy-Vee Market Grill location only. Breakfast for $5? That's a morning win.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
It's the countdown to tip-off. Back to the Osage Indians pregame show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Versailles, Missouri, about to get underway. School of the Osage against the Versailles Tigers. Starting lineups being introduced. We are live on MoSportsZone.com as well as here on 102.7. Starting lineups for the Indians, Steve.
Hey, we call him the Blake Show. Blake Harrison, the gunslinger, Jackson Long, the catalyst, the facilitator, Dane DePay, the menace Landon Childs, and the magician / maybe ninja. What'd you say? What's our
The
name?
Ninjician.
The Ninjician. I'm going to have to practice that one. Maverick Trusty. And it looks like maybe Coach Henshaw, he's on the floor too. I think he's going to get some playing time tonight.
Good. He's been working hard. I appreciate it. Starting lineups for the Versailles Tigers, we've got Tyler Morrison as well as Joey Bertelli, TJ Schulfield, Braden Albrecht, and Reese Murdoch. Reese Murdoch over the weekend getting 1,000 points. Not in one game. That'd be a record. It was for his career, Steve.
And you know who's not out there for the first time in a few years?
Colton Taylor. And here we go. Opening tip. Not thrown straight up. It just falls right into Versailles' lap. And they'll start with the basketball. A little miscommunication off the opening tip. Bertelli gets it underneath the basket, and Versailles will start with a 2-0 lead, Steve. What a weird start.
I think we're going to be okay.
Long with it on the wing. Versailles out in man-to-man. DePay has it up top. Gets a screen from Harrison, trying to go inside to him. And it's going to be a jump ball. It should stay here with School of the Osage. And that is the first jump ball to go to School of the Osage in the last 7 games, Steve.
It's felt like
Look
it.
at these stats. I got them digitized. Baseline inbound coming up for the Indians. 7:35 left to go here in the first quarter. Brought to you by U.S. Disaster Restoration. DePay gets it back after inbounding it. Goes over to Maverick Trusty. Maverick dribbles in. Tough take. A little bit off balance. Can't quite finish at the rim. Now Murdoch brings it up for the Tigers. He's picked up by Childs. Kind of the matchup I expected down here on the defensive end for the Indians. Murdoch, the main facilitator himself for this Versailles team, and Childs picks up the duty of guarding him. Braden Albrecht. Steve, forget it. Morrison has it on the wing, into the corner, now back to Murdoch. Versailles taking their time. Maybe they want to milk this 2-0 lead, Steve, and go home with it. Wouldn't that be something?
That'd
No,
be
three-pointer
impressive.
in the corner, up off the side of the backboard. Maverick pulls down the rebound. He's fouled from behind by Bertelli.
The old classic over-the-back foul, which is not really apparently a foul.
It's really a push foul.
Indeed.
Can you believe it?
I can believe it.
Do you remember where you were when you found out there was no such thing as over the back?
I do not.
Must not have been that important. Harrison to the basket, creates some space between he and Murdoch, and just goes up and over him. Now quickly back the other way. Albrecht lost a handle on it, puts the shot up. It's knocked around. Morrison brings it down for the Tigers. Kicks it out to Murdoch in the corner, wide open for the three. Childs lost him for a half second, and that's all Murdoch needed to get the triple to fall. 5-2 Versailles in front. 6:23 left to go in the first. Maverick with it off the screen. Pulls it back out over to Long. Versailles switching on screens up top. See how Osage wants to attack it. DePay does it by going away from the screen. Now Childs gets a step. Kicks it out to Maverick. His three-pointer is up. Back iron, no good. Fight for the rebound. Morrison has it. He gives it over to Bertelli. Bertelli will bring it up for Versailles. It's picked up by Maverick. 5-on-5 action. I mean their jersey numbers, not how many players are on the floor, Steve. Murdoch has it, picked up by Childs. Goes over to Albrecht. He almost lost the handle. I'll just say his name different every time, Steve. Stop judging me. You say his name.
I'm not criticizing you at all.
Say it.
I think your inner
Say his
voice
name, Steve.
is that Maya criticizing you? Do you get
That's
an
all I
inner,
hear,
inner
yeah.
negative voice?
That's all I hear.
Albright.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
We got a sideline inbounds on the far side of the court. Maverick Trusty defending.
Schulfield has it. Ben Peck checks in first time tonight. Childs jumps the passing lane, trying to go to Murdoch, comes up with it, kicks it back behind to Harrison. Pump fakes up and in. Harrison, you know, Steve, Harrison's played well all season, but these last few games, it really feels like it's ticked up for him a bit, hasn't it?
It does, and I feel like he's earning the confidence and the trust.
front. Bruce and Northup just checked in for the Indians. Long gets it up top. Three-pointer up, no good. Morrison comes down with the board for the Tigers. Now the ball's kicked up ahead. This is Bertelli. Back to Morrison. Harrison on defense on Morrison might be a slight mismatch. And Harrison just, listen, when you play against guys like Harrison down at the YMCA, they're just pests, Steve. They're just pests. I guess in these games it's okay to be like that, but if you're guarding me like that down at the YMCA, Harrison, I'm done.
The guys who work on defense, that bothers you, huh?
Anyone who plays defense at the Y, I'm out. I'm out. I'm just trying to stand in the corner and shoot threes, Steve.
Hey, we want to say thank you for your patience. If you're listening online, I know that we've had some spells of no audio, but we're on it, and it sounds like we're getting some feedback that we are good to go. So thanks for your patience.
Oh, are you trying to make that a thing still?
I thought you were. I thought that was your thing.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That wasn't bad. 12-9 on the scoreboard. There was a timeout on the floor. A very physical last play there. And aren't you glad the sound is back? That buzzer right in your ears. Early game tonight, if you're wondering, what the heck? Why is this game on so early? Versailles freshman team, I think they've had some sickness in the school. There's a buzzer for you. And they canceled the freshman game, and then they just moved the games up. So that way, they just started the games earlier. So if you're sitting down, having some dinner, a pot of beans and cornbread, watching this broadcast, listening to the beautiful sounds of Craig Allen, and Steve's here too.
Northup with the deflection out of bounds there. Nice defense on his part. Good effort. Stays with Versailles. Can we stop by King Louis Palace on the way up?
What's that? Is that like a tire place? You need new tires? Murdoch working on Gruce. Great defense there from Andrew Gruce, and he comes up with it off the missed basket. Now DePay across the timeline. Takes it out to Northup in the corner. Back up to DePay. Osage will reset. 90 seconds to go here in the quarter. Harrison to Long. Long off a screen. Now back over to DePay. Long gets it on the wing. He'll step into the triple. Front iron, back iron. No. Harrison rips it down. He's got two Tigers around him. Tries to go up through him. Couldn't quite get it to go, and Versailles down with the rebound with 60 seconds to go here in the quarter. A 12-9 score on the board.
Just worked so hard on the boards. I was surprised able to track that rebound down. Just having to fight off two Tigers there to get it, and couldn't get it back to the bucket.
Murdoch working on Northup. Spins in, goes right to the basket. Tough shot, and up and in. And Murdoch getting to his spots here in the first quarter and getting the fall. See how the Osage defense wants to attack that going forward. Murdoch's got 7 here early on.
And with Childs on the bench here, we've got Northup drawing that task of guarding him.
Long dribbles in, looking for some help. Goes up top to DePay. To Northup in the corner, off a screen from Gruce, and the three-pointer from Octane is up and in. Northup gets the triple to fall. 15-11 on the scoreboard.
His first bucket of the night.
Morrison to Allen. He'll step into a three on the wing, and he answers with a three of his own. 15-14. DePay will put it up as time expires. It's no good, and Osage will take a 1-point lead into the second quarter. 15-14 after one. Take a break. Back with the second after this. Listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Tradition runs in the family. Family vacation, family Sunday dinner, and family holiday gatherings. Lake of the Ozarks boaters find top quality boats and service at Kelly's Port. The same owner and manager for over 40 years. Now that's a tradition. Start your own family tradition on a new Regal boat or Bennington pontoon. Backed by highly trained and certified technicians. Kelly's Port on Business 54 in Osage Beach. The Marina on Dude Ranch Road or online kellysport.com. Book your winterization now.
Back to Osage Indians basketball on Cool 102.7.
Back here in Versailles, Missouri, 1 quarter of play in the books, and after 8 minutes, Osage has a 1-point lead, 15-14 over the Versailles Tigers, and Reese Murdoch pacing the Tigers with 7 in that first quarter. scoring all over the place for the Indians after one, Steve.
Yeah, he's been impressive to watch. And, with Ryder Williams here not on the floor, he was such and really an attraction, such a great athlete here for Versailles for the last several years. Murdoch has a chance to rise and shine here and be the star for the Tigers team. We have found that for Osage, our top two defenders, if they've got a number one player, it's either going to be Northrup or Childs drawing the task of guarding them.
Versailles will start this second quarter with the basketball. Osage out in a 2-3 zone. It is Childs, Gruce, Northrup, Long, and Maverick Trusty on the floor for the Indians. Schofield to Murdoch to Albrecht. And he goes right to the basket, can't get it to go. Good defense there from Jackson Long, and Gruce tracks down the rebound. Now Maverick going to pilot this offense. Gives it to Northrup. He wants to work the baseline, hands it off to Gruce, lost a handle on it, trying to tip it out to Maverick. Ball is on the deck, bodies everywhere. Osage winds up with it. It's a 3-on-3. Northrup pump fakes the three, works the baseline, ball back tap from behind by Bertelli, and Versailles has it. Kind of a mess of an offensive possession there from the Indians.
Ole Miss sandwiched by a couple turnovers there, going back and forth. Osage back on defense.
Tough take to the basket, and that's going to be a jump ball. Schofield couldn't get that one to go. Nice job by Gruce, just kind of sticking his hand in there and forcing the jump ball. Northrup to Landon Childs at 15, back out to Gruce. Now up top, Maverick Trusty wide open for the three. No. Pump fakes, dribbles in, goes right to the basket for the easy finger roll layup. Good decision there from the quarterback. Pump faking that three, finishing with the easy layup.
Love to see it.
Murdoch off a screen from Morrison. He'll step into a 16-footer, back iron, no good. Childs down with the rebound. Now he gives it over to Maverick, crosses the timeline, picks up his dribble, finds Northrup in the corner. Northrup trying to go inside. That ball kicked by Abernathy. Steve, come up with a bunch of last names that start with A.
I've got one that I like a lot.
Adams?
Adams is a good one.
Three-pointer up in the corner from Northrup. He gets it to go, makes the lead 6. That voice in my head just telling me a bunch of A names, Steve. Armstrong. I just need to focus on one A name, and it's Albrecht. Three-pointer up, no good. Childs down with the rebound. 6-point lead for the Indians here. To Northrup in the corner, gets a screen from Gruce. He'll step in, 16-footer up and in. Noah Northrup got 8 points here in the first half. Heating up, as Octane has a tendency to do, Steve. Three-pointer up, no good. Long rebound tracked down. A lot of contact out there between Schofield and Childs. Now Northrup in the corner. His three is up. Noah Northrup. He's got 11. Osage balloons their lead to 11. We'll take a timeout as there's a full timeout on the floor. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Life comes at you fast, sometimes too fast. Shoulda remembered the golden rule. No, not that one. Golden Rule Insurance. Call them for personal lines of insurance for home, auto, life, boat, and RV. And the best part is, when you bundle, you can save actual money. Golden Rule staff are educated and trained to ensure their customers have the very best service. Find personal lines of insurance that work for you. You can find them on Osage Beach Parkway in Osage Beach. Golden Rule Insurance Agency. Coverage you need, people you trust.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
Cool 102.7 and Osage Indians basketball. Now, back to the action on the court.
5:28 left to go here in the second quarter, and what was once a 1-point lead is now an 11-point lead for the Indians, as Noah Northrup is showing up here in Versailles. He has 11 in the first half. Tough shot by Schofield. And he gets it up over Harrison, catches back iron, and gets it to fall, puts the lead back at single digits. DePay just going right to the basket, handing it off to Harrison. Looking for help, finds Maverick trusting the corner. Now swung around. DePay with it up top, no one near him. He'll put the three up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Schofield has it for the Tigers. Gives it up ahead to Murdoch. He'll be picked up by Childs. Gets the ball back, now Schofield. Over to Allen, into the corner to Albrecht. Cross-court pass, Murdoch will step into a three. Front iron, no good. Weak side rebound down to Blake Harrison. Northrop with it. We're under 5 minutes to go here in the quarter. DePay over to Trusty. Maverick backing his man in. Trying to get a back tap there from Bertelli. We saw it work earlier for him. This time he catches Maverick on the arm. It's a foul on Versailles. Going to be a baseline inbound coming up for the Indians.
This Osage team can be so tough to defend, especially when you got a guy coming off the bench like Noah Northrop just heating up.
Maverick, Trusty will step into a three, does everything but go down. Murdoch with the rebound, kicks it back behind the defense to Schofield. He can't get the layup to go, but Albrecht gets the rebound, put back, and the foul, and he'll go to the line for one more. Makes the lead 7. And Versailles just kind of hanging around in this one, Steve.
Giving that foul to Trusty.
Versailles has played 2 games in the last 3 nights, both of them against the Eldon Mustangs. They had a late game last night. I'm not surprised that they just moved the times up on these games, Steve, because they didn't get done with that game last night until about 10 p.m. or so.
Wow.
DePay going right to the basket, ton of contact, a blocking foul called. DePay finishes the layup, and he'll go to the line for one more. A 50-50 call. And this one goes on Versailles.
I just love it when he puts the green line. Here we go. Aiden Williams coming in, cleaning up the floor, sliding in with his towel. A fan favorite wherever he goes.
A fan favorite.
I love it at these when we're away because the home crowd's like, who is this guy? What's he doing?
In home games, he comes in from the stands.
Oh, true.
Because he's over there with the tribe, and he'll come in and clean it up. Mr. Clean himself. DePay's free throw, no good. A rebound tracked down in the corner, and they're going to say off Harrison as he was fighting with Allen and Murdoch. That's my favorite law firm. Allen and Murdoch for all your turnover needs. 4:11 left to go here in the second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control. 25-18 on the scoreboard. Murdoch with it up top. Goes over to Schofield. Albrecht working on DePay. Backs him in, picks up his dribble, looking for help, finds Allen. Allen backs Harrison in. Good defense there from Harrison, but as I say that, they call the foul on him, and I didn't see it. And I think part of that call, Steve, might be the tough call down here that wound up being called a block. I think they were just trying to get one back here.
First for Harrison. Allen at the line, knocking it down. First free throw good, 27-19.
Sometimes being a referee is like being a manager at work, Steve. You got to keep your employees happy. You got to keep the coaches happy.
I've never done this task.
Well, I can tell you, I've managed you, and it is difficult.
Fair enough.
1 out of 2 free throws good. Rebound comes down to Harrison. Do you think you're difficult to manage?
Oh, the difficult person never thinks they're difficult, right?
So no?
No.
Childs gives DePay a screen, kicks it out to Maverick in the corner. Maverick dribbles in on the baseline, looking for help. He's got 2 Tigers around him. DePay gets into the lane, floater up, can't get it to go, and the rebound comes down to Allen. He gives it over to Murdoch, picked up by Childs right across the half-court line. 3:23 left to go here in the second. Murdoch gets a screen from Allen. Now hands it off to Schofield. Kicks it out. Albrecht's 3 is up on the wing. Left iron, no good. Weak side rebound, knocked out of bounds off of Harrison. It'll stay here with Versailles.
The gunslinger coming back in. Jackson Long going to give DePay a break here.
Osage will switch to their 2-3 zone here on inbounds.
We're trying to figure something out here. A little stoppage of play. Officials talking to the scoring table. Not sure what the confusion is. Teams are going to their benches as we figure this out.
Do we need law and order? Figure this out? No blood. No blood. No. Let's not push this. 3 games of Law and Order in a row, Steve.
At some point, it becomes a tradition, and you just have to do it. You're compelled. Yeah, it's one of my favorite shows. I'm all for promoting it.
Yeah. Yeah, after about 29 seasons, I don't think they need a lot of promotion.
Fair enough.
You know what? Props to that Mid-Missouri High School basketball stream for helping us out. Off the inbound goes to Murdoch. His three-pointer is up. Front iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Peck. Peck gives it over to Morrison. Morrison pump fakes his three. Now puts one up. Back iron, no good. Childs there to rip down the rebound. Childs kicks it out to Maverick. He'll step into a three-pointer. And Maverick Trusty is playing his best basketball of the season these last 3 or 4 games, Steve.
Boy, his shooting percentage is just climbing every game. And he's never lost the confidence, is why he's still shooting. But it is falling for him, and that is good for Osage.
Yeah, I like to see that. Three-pointer from Albrecht up and in. So he answers with one of his own, keeps the lead at 8, 2:33 left to go. Northrop in transition. He'll get a three-pointer up. Back iron, no good. Long rebound out. Murdoch has it. Murdoch's got 1 man to beat, splits 2 defenders, and gets it to fall. Now Trusty. Maybe a bit of a heat check there from Northrop after 11 points in the first half. Oh. This is Harrison with it. Kicks it out to Northrop. He'll pump fake the 3. Looking for some help. He's surrounded by 2 Versailles players. A lot of contact over there. Murdoch winds up with it for the Tigers. Morrison's 3 is up. Front iron. Fight for the board, and Childs has it. Boy, he's pulled down quite a few tonight. I wish someone here would tell me he has double digits in the first half. Murdoch comes up with a steal. He's got Noah Northrop in front of him. Goes right at him, pump fakes the shot. They're going to call him for a travel. That'll be a turnover back to the Indians.
Well, that helped us, because if it wasn't a travel, it was going to be a foul with the bucket falling. Chance at a three-point play. Osage needs to just kind of settle things down here a little bit. Got the 6-point lead, but Versailles on a little bit of a run.
Yeah, Gruce checks in as Childs takes a seat. Maverick to Harrison up top. Harrison will back Morrison in. And just goes through him, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound, fouled from behind on the putback. And Steve, I think, don't really like to just blatantly call it out, but I feel like Harrison, anytime he has Morrison in front of him, thinks he can take him to the basket. And I think he's right. There just didn't get it to fall, got his own rebound, but he's fouled by Schofield. I thought that foul might have been on Murdoch, but they call it on Schofield.
I just love the energy he brings. When he gets into the paint there and there's a rebound to be had, he's going to outwork anybody fighting against him. Just finds a way to make that ball his.
Can't get the second free throw to go. Versailles down with the board. Murdoch, no one steps up to him. He'll step up to the three-point line. Back iron, no good. Harrison tracks down the board, almost lost it, gives it over to Maverick. Maverick back behind the defense. This is Gruce. Nice pump fake. Gets a shot on the glass. Can't get it to go. Harrison has the rebound. Lost a handle on it. And he gets knocked down. Murdoch winds up with it. He wants to move quickly back the other way. Behind his back. Now pulls it back out. Swings it over. Albrecht into the lane. Goes right at Harrison and floats it up over his outstretched hand. And it's a 5-point game here in the second quarter. Long thought about the 3, had the ball knocked away, out of bounds, stays here with the Indians.
Multiple times tonight it feels like Osage has had the ball, and the Tigers are doing a good job of kind of getting their hands in the cookie jar and poking it out and coming back with it the other way.
Gruce off the nice pass there from Trusty, finding the passing lane. Gruce can't get the shot to go, but he is fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
31-26 in favor of the Tigers. I'm sorry, forgive me, not the Tigers, the Indians.
Osage had the lead up to 11 at one point here. It is back down to 6, 32-26.
Landon Childs coming on the floor. The gunslinger, Jackson Long, going to take a breather.
Both these teams participated in the Eldon tournament last week, and both teams had a makeup game from a snow out yesterday. So both teams playing their 3rd game in 4 days. Both free throws good from Gruce, puts the lead at 7, 36 seconds left to go here in this quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control. Bertelli picked up by Gruce. Over to Murdoch. To Albrecht. Just playing a little 3-man weave right here. Schofield back behind the defense. Yeah, almost came up with a wide open look there. Albrecht picks up his dribble on the sideline looking for help. Northrup jumps the passing lane, knocks it out of bounds, trying to go to Murdoch in the lane. Baseline inbound coming up for the Tigers. 10 seconds left here in the half.
How would you rate the difficulty of this inbound?
I only do it from the sideline, Steve.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wasn't aware.
Off the inbound, Schofield gets it. Goes into Murdoch at 15. Now Morrison. Murdoch on the wing. Over to Schofield. He'll put up a long three-pointer. Back iron. A push in the back. No call. Osage comes down with it. Puts the shot up as time expires. It's no good. But they'll take a 7-point lead into halftime. 33-26. Take a break. Back with the Hy-Vee halftime show on Are You Smarter Than Steve? You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
The season's over, and it's a great time to inspect your dock for any damage. Dam Steel and CWD Supply have everything you'll need to get your dock back to like-new condition. From cables and clamps to bumpers and structural integrity, they've got you covered. Make sure your dock is ready before another season takes a toll. Located right on D Road in Osage Beach. Stop by or call them today. Dam Steel and CWD Supply, your trusted steel and dock people since 1982. Don't wait. Schedule your dock inspection now.
Tired of settling for low CD rates at your bank? Lock in a great rate at First Bank of the Lake today. We offer some of the best CD rates in the nation. CDs make saving a cinch. They combine security with great investment returns. Don't miss out. Maximize your savings with a secure, high-yield CD. Check out our rates at fblake.bank and lock in a great CD rate today with First Bank of the Lake. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
High-Tech Collision and Auto Body Repair has been servicing the Lake area and Central Missouri for over 30 years. High-Tech is always here for you, and they tow 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. High-Tech offers the best in complete collision repair and is the Lake's one-stop shop. Accidents are scary, but the repairs shouldn't be. A proud supporter of our Lake community and Camdenton and Osage basketball. Go Lakers! Go Indians! Go High-Tech! Call 348-9070 when you need them. When disaster strikes, count on the one team that can restore your home and give you peace of mind. U.S. Disaster Restoration. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week emergency service. They're the team you can trust in one phone call. 573-552-1972. They specialize in water, mold, fire, trauma, and storm damage. 573-552-1972. A proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers and Osage Indians. U.S. Disaster Restoration. Look them up online and Facebook.
Aye, Captain! The seas of the Ozarks are too rough! Me and the crew can't secure the screens and railings! She'll never be installed right! She ain't sturdy, Captain!
Rest assured, you'll see calmer seas this winter. And have American Sun Control secure powder-coated railings and screens for shade, too. While the lake is calm this winter, let American Sun Control install your dock and deck screens and railings. Come in, call, and look them up online and Facebook. American Sun Control. You're listening to Osage Indians basketball. KQUL Lake Ozark. It's the halftime show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Versailles, Missouri, Hy-Vee halftime show. As the school of the Osage Indians have a 7-point lead over the Versailles Tigers, 33-26 here at halftime. But no, we are not at a live concert listening to the White Stripes play Seven Nation Army. This is the Versailles band. I know it can be a little confusing, but this is the Versailles band playing Seven Nation Army, Steve.
It sounds like they're right next to us.
And it sounds just like the song. Osage playing this game a little tighter than I would have anticipated. No slight on Versailles. You take a look at the records. You take a look at the common opponents. You take a look at Versailles being the 8th seed last week and losing all 3 games in the Eldon tournament, and Osage finishing 3rd in that Eldon tournament. But here we are, Versailles only down by 7. The lead got up to 11 at one point, back down to 5 and 4, and then Versailles just kind of hanging around, Steve. You hope a big third quarter kind of puts this one away for School of the Osage, because if you keep letting a team like Versailles hang around, they can pull out this game.
Well, here we are, on their home floor. They got to be motivated by that. Then you've got an Osage team coming in with 14 wins. And, for Versailles to beat us at this point would be just a great win here. Maybe turn their season around a little bit. And you've got an Osage team that they're used to beating right here for this last 3-4 years. They haven't lost against us, so they have to have that level of confidence. And that you're right, hanging around. Love to see Osage, as you said. let's have a strong third quarter. Let's put them off. Let's put some distance in between us here and call this a win tonight.
What do you have as far as scoring leaders for the Indians?
Hey, Noah Northrop got hot there in that second quarter. 11 points scored. Maverick Trusty, the Magician, with 8. The Gunslinger, Jackson Long, with 5. Blake Harrison, the Blake Show, we call him, with 5. Andre the Groose with 2. And Dane DePay with 2 as well. So what? Six in the scorebooks here at halftime right now.
And we only play 7 usually, so that's pretty good for School of the Osage. Our next broadcast will come to you live Friday night from School of the Osage. It'll be court warming as the Indians will take on the Cuba Wildcats. We'll have the broadcast for you. There will be a girls' varsity game before that boys' varsity game. I do not have clearance or confirmation if we will have that girls' broadcast for you or not. But if you want to come out, support School of the Osage, there's going to be a JV boys game, a girls' varsity game, and then the boys' varsity game on Friday night. Before right now, we took a break last night, but we are about to get back at it. Christy Clark, mother of all district kicker Brady Clark, going to take on Steve Adams. And Are You Smarter Than Steve? Maya, play that participation.
Are you smarter than Steve?
And I am here with another contestant for Are You Smarter Than Steve? And tonight I've got a very special guest, but I know I say that every time, but I genuinely mean it here tonight, as I've got Christy Clark joining me for Are You Smarter Than Steve? And Christy, what is it that you do for School of the Osage?
I teach at the middle school.
So you see Steve?
Every day.
This could get awkward then if you wind up beating him. First question, here we go, music. What Friends actor jumps on stage and dances with Bruce Springsteen in the video for Dancing in the Dark? What actor from the show Friends?
I don't know his real name, but Joey, the character.
It was actually Courtney Cox. She got up there and danced with him. That's right. That's a tough one. There's always one tough one, okay? Television. While more known for How I Met Your Mother, this actor got his break as Doogie Howser, MD.
I know exactly who you're talking about, but I can't think of his name. Neil Patrick Harris.
That is correct. Neil Patrick Harris. That is 1 for 2 now for Christy. Movies. You should be able to get this one, okay? In the movie High School Musical, what is that school's mascot?
Wildcats.
That is correct. It is the Wildcats. World history now. King Tut is the nickname given to a ruler from what country?
Egypt.
That is correct. 3 out of 4. One more left to go here. Missouri trivia. Missouri has 8 states that border it. That's more than any other state, but it shares this distinct record with what other state?
Illinois.
It was Tennessee. So you were in the ballpark because Missouri and Tennessee get both. So you got 3 out of 5, and I got to ask you, do you think Steve can get more?
No.
Wow, so you have been listening all year long. You don't think Steve can get more. Let's find out if Christy Clark is indeed smarter than Steve. All right, Steve, you got to beat 3 tonight to get back on the horse here in 2025 and put another win in the W column for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Music. What Friends star jumps on the stage and dances with Bruce Springsteen in the video for Dancing in the Dark?
You know, it's going to have to be a guess. I do not know. It sounds like something that Phoebe would do.
I'm sorry, we're looking for Courtney Cox.
Oh, you wanted the actual. I mean, it doesn't matter. I had the wrong character.
It was not Lisa Kudrow.
I thought you. I didn't know whether you wanted the actress.
That's
it didn't
fine.
matter.
I would have given you a tenth of a point. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Television. While more known for How I Met Your Mother, this actor got his break as Doogie Howser, MD.
Now this one, like I have his face in my brain. I'm familiar.
You know what's wild? She said the exact same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
So I will. Neil Patrick. Is it Neil Patrick Harris?
That is correct. Neil Patrick Harris is correct, Steve. Moving on to movies. Steve, you're going to know this one. Every time we take a road trip, this is all you ever talk about. In the movie High School Musical, what is the school's mascot?
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure it's the same team we're going to see Friday night. Aren't they the Wildcats?
They are the Wildcats, Steve. And I think it's spelled with a Y instead of an I.
Well,
and that's
weird.
Really wild. World history, Steve. King Tut is the nickname of a ruler from what country?
Well, that would be Egypt.
I'm sorry, we were looking for Oklahoma. Yeah, Egypt is correct. Steve, Missouri trivia. Missouri has 8 states that border it. That is the most of any other state. But it shares this distinct record with what other state? So there's another state that has 8 states that border it. What is that state?
Well, that's interesting. So could it be, I want to say it would have to be in the Northeast somewhere. Am I the right part of the country? Not going to give me feedback. Fair enough. That's only fair. I'm going to go there. It's in the Northeast somewhere, and I'm going to say, Pennsylvania.
It is Tennessee.
Oh, that would have been good. Yeah. So I made a mistake. I should have stayed in the Missouri area.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got 3 out of 5, though. You tied her. Tie goes to the champion, and that's you, Steve Adams. You're my champion.
Let's see. Were any of those that I should have known?
I thought like that Courtney Cox thing was more well-known, but maybe not. There's just a viral clip of her getting on stage and a very young Courtney Cox, like doing the Carlton-type dance.
My wife is a big Friends fan. She probably would know that and probably will give me a hard time for not knowing that.
Yeah. What was the other one you didn't get?
The Missouri question about
right.
Tennessee.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it is tough. Good question, Snake.
Yeah, good job. We'll be back at it Friday night at court warming.
I'm okay with the tie. I wouldn't want to, create any ill feelings, with a coworker there.
Yeah, that was going to be awkward. That's what she said in her interview.
Chris Wolf asked me pre-game, who's smarter? Is Christy Clark smarter than Steve? And I said, absolutely. Absolutely,
that is the right answer. Third quarter about to get underway. Elite Roofing and Siding, our third quarter sponsor. Versailles will start with the basketball. Osage has a 7-point lead. Yeah, whenever you think about Tennessee, it just makes sense that it has that many states that border it. It's a long state.
I'm going to bring my atlas next time.
That's good. Morrison has it in the lane, kicks it out, now goes back inside. And the ball knocked away, almost stolen. Albrecht winds up with it. Murdoch has it in the corner. Murdoch goes right inside for the floater, no good, and Childs has the rebound. Boy, oh boy, he's got quite a few of those tonight, Steve. Ball kicked up ahead. DePay has it, and there it is, Steve. That steal from Blake Harrison. You should give him an assist for that. Whenever he seals off the defender, gives DePay the easy layup. I love that play. That is a heady play from a smart basketball player in Blake Harrison.
It's just fun to watch him. Well, he is just eyes all over the floor. He is aware of what's going on.
Three-pointer up, no good. Fight for the board. Harrison has it. Kicks it up ahead. This is DePay. DePay lost to Hela. A blocking foul on Albrecht. It'll be a sideline inbound coming up for the Indians. Difficulty rating, 8 out of 10. That's not difficult. No pressure there from the defense. Again, on the sideline, difficulty rating 1 is extremely difficult. 10 is you could inbound this blindfolded. Harrison just goes right to the bucket. And again, attacking Morrison. And then going up and over and puts the lead back at 11. That's the biggest of the night for the Indians. Second time we've seen it. Shot up from Murdoch, no good. DePay down with the board. Kicks it back behind the defense. Jackson Long wide open on the wing. His three-pointer is up and goes.
There we go.
And Osage has come out with a flurry here to start this third quarter. Lead is up to 14 right now. A 7-0 run to start this quarter for School D Osage. And we talked about what a big start to the third quarter we'd like to see from Osage, and that is what they have done so far. Three-pointer up from Albrecht, no good. Fight for the board. Harrison has it. Gives it over to DePay. He's behind his back. Crosses the timeline, finds Maverick wide open. Maverick pump fakes, dribbles in, gives it off to Childs. Childs underneath the backboard, looking for some help, trying to go inside to Harrison. Harrison lost a handle on it. Goes and tracks it down, finds DePay. DePay inside to Childs. Childs, tough shot on the backboard, no good. Nice job by DePay trying to come down with it. But it's off his hands, out of bounds. He was fighting 3 Tigers in there. A real Siegfried and Roy situation, Steve. Siegfried, Roy, and DePay.
Well, I'll tell you, Osage is playing like a team that got an effective motivational speech at halftime.
Pretty sure, what are you insinuating?
I'm thinking maybe they got a little talking to. Yes, of course. And here I got the text from my wife.
The gif of Courtney Cox dancing with Bruce Springsteen.
She'll be rubbing that one in.
I love it. 5:36 left to go here in the third quarter. Schofield, the pump fake on the 3, and Childs went for it and then came back and tried to get the block, but caught Schofield on the arm. And it'll go to the free throw line for 3 free throws.
That's his second foul of the night. Score 40-26 in favor of the Indians.
First free throw, no good. Do you like Springsteen?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know if I'd say he's in my top 5 or anything, but yeah,
Really?
I think he's impressive. Good, obviously very talented.
He's just like, he seems like more of like an East Coast guy, you know? Like
For
if
sure.
if you're from the East Coast, it's like you gotta like Springsteen.
He strikes me as a musician that's a good storyteller kind of thing, you know, just kind of folksy.
2 out of 3 free throws good, puts the lead back down at 12, 40-28 here in the third quarter.
And his nickname is what you make me call you, the boss.
Harrison working underneath the basket, finds DePay in the corner. He goes right to the hole, can't get the layup to go. Harrison and DePay fight for the rebound. Harrison has it, kicks it out to Maverick. Maverick over to Long, wide open up top. He'll put the 3 up and gets it to go. And the gunslinger is hot here tonight, Steve.
And just doing a great job finding space, and his team's doing a good job finding where he's at. Oh, that's the best one tonight. You upgraded that sound effect. Nice job.
Childs jumps the passing lane, comes up with the steal. He's got Murdoch right behind him, but finishes at the rim, and that means all 7 Indians that have played are in the scorebook here tonight so far.
Osage up. It's 12-2 in this quarter alone here, 45-28 for a game score.
Murdoch off a screen, 3-pointer up, and Murdoch finally staunches the bleeding. Versailles wants a timeout. We'll take one as well. 45-31, 4:31 left to go here in the third. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Does your home need a new look? A new roof or siding could be the perfect solution, and Elite Roofing and Siding is here to help. Be assured you will receive excellent customer service, as our factory-trained installers will deliver a quality product on time and on budget. Now is the perfect time to upgrade the exterior of your home, so call us at 302 Roof for all of your roofing and siding needs. Elite Roofing and Siding, proudly serving the lake for more than 20 years.
This is Osage Indians basketball. Back to the game on Cool 102.7.
4:31 left to go here in the third quarter. Osage up by 14, 45-31, playing back-to-back games against 2 sets of Tigers. And Steve, just like Stoutland last night, there is a real tiger on the little padding behind the backboard here.
I'm trying not to look.
I know, you have a fear of tigers. This has been a rough week for you. It's feline week for School of the Osage.
There's also a real tiger walking around here, which is even more intimidating.
He's wearing a jersey and walking on 2 legs.
I keep watching. He's on the far side. If I'm feeling okay,
if he comes
stays
close,
over there,
I'll protect you, buddy.
I appreciate that.
Over here, he's right here.
Hey, I'm going to call him Anthony.
Osage moving the ball around. Blake Harrison gets it on the inside. Tough reverse layup. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Peck. Throwing back behind the defense. This is Albrecht. And he goes right at the defense and gets the rim and the shot to drop. So a couple baskets there for the Tigers to chip into this lead. Speaking of the Tigers, Steve, you see Mizzou got another win over a ranked team.
Yeah, Mississippi State, is that right?
Beat the tar out of them, too.
I turned it on late, and I was surprised to see they were a ranked team. They were not playing well.
I tell you what, as far as the Mizzou Tigers go, I have made the commitment, Steve. I was kind of iffy on them because I thought maybe some of these wins might be flukes, but I tell you what, as a lifelong Mizzou fan, Steve, I'm ready to get hurt again.
You're opening up your heart.
I am ready to be hurt again by this Mizzou team. Foul on Osage as Versailles works down here on offense.
Fouts picks up his third. He's going to take a breather here, as well as the magician, Maverick Trusty, coming on the floor. Was it Gruce and Northrop coming out?
Yeah. The Ninjician. 3-pointer by Albrecht up, no good. Gruce grabs the rebound for School of the Osage.
The Ninjician sounds like the new edition of that food blender, you know.
Yeah. 3-pointer by Long up, and he gets it to go. He's got 14 tonight for the Indians.
48-33. I love it. Quarter score 15-7. This is what we needed to do for Osage.
You know, I would say a gunslinger wouldn't shoot a gun that sounded like that. You know what I mean? I'll work on it.
Yeah, now I'm curious.
A block there. Now Long gets it on the wing. Another 3-pointer up. Right iron. No good. Murdoch grabs the board for the Tigers. Murdoch kips it up ahead to Albrecht. Albrecht right to left. Goes right to the basket and manages to avoid the contact and the block attempt from Gruce and gets the layup to fall. Now Northrop back behind the defense. Picks up his dribble. Finds Harrison cutting through the basket. He's hit before he makes his move. It'll be a baseline inbound coming up for School of the Osage. I guess it's not as impressive. Like a gunslinger would like shoot like a pistol, right?
Yeah.
Like it'd just be like.
Sounds like a cap gun. That was a cap gun.
Off the inbound, Long gets it, three-pointer up, rims around, doesn't fall. DePay with the rebound, back up and in. Nice job by DePay. Outsized in there, but comes down with it. 2:14 left to go here in the third, a 15-point lead for the Indians. Elite Roofing and Siding, our sponsor. Murdoch spins into the lane, lost a handle on it. DePay has it now. Pulls it back out near half court. Here comes a double team. Bruce with it at the 15-foot line, finds Long on the wing. Long pump fakes the three, dribbles in, takes some contact, can't finish, but he'll go to the line for two.
Players all over the floor. Just this third quarter, I just seen some of our athletes just feeling comfortable out here, right? Harrison just looking good in the lane. Dane DePay just disrupting things on the defensive end and turning it into points on the other end. And Jackson Long finding his space.
First free throw from Long. Up and in.
I think we need to take that button out. It's like an air gun, right?
People, sorry, headphones listeners.
Not a blowgun, an air gun. Those are different.
A dart gun. Second free throw, no good. And the rebound comes down to Allen. Oh, tough finish there. It's in from Schofield. Can't get the giant alley-oop to go from half court. And Osage has the rebound. Now Long off a screen from Luke Wolf, who's just checked in. Long gives it out to Luke Wolf in the corner. Luke dribbles in. Push shot up from him. Rims around, doesn't fall. Allen down with the rebound. 90 seconds left to go here. A 16-point lead for the Indians. School of the Osage junior varsity moving to 8-0, picking up a big win over Versailles earlier tonight. Again, that's why we have the early game here. No freshman game, as I believe there was some sickness going around, and they just moved the times up. Move it up. No complaints from me. Murdoch picked up by Northrop. Goes to Van Sal in the corner. Allen working on Wolf, and Wolf got his hand inside there on the arm. They call him for the foul. Trustee will check in. DePay will take a seat.
Wolf's first foul of the night. Baseline inbounds for the Tigers.
And that'll be Bertelli throwing it in. It'll go into Albert. To Murdoch. He'll step into a long three on the wing, and he gets it to go. No wonder he scored 1,000 points in a game, Steve. Shots like that.
And that's what the Tigers need. They're going to need some big shots to climb back into this one. And whoa, just, who is that? Versailles there. Schofield just walking up and pushing the magician. What's that about? What are you trying to get out of that?
He might be anti-magician, Steve. I don't know. Or ninja. Anti-ninja, anti-magician.
Anti-magician.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of, they're going to call an offensive foul on Maverick, and things are getting a little bit chippy out here.
Trustee's having a conversation there with the official. That's going to be a foul on him. Got him for the second of the night.
Versailles with the basketball, down by 13, 51-38. It has been a physical game at times, and sometimes, Steve, they've been swallowing the whistle, and sometimes they've been calling stuff.
Well, they're going to be watching these two for sure.
Maverick over to Wolf in the corner. Northrop working on Morrison. Northrop picks up his dribble, goes over to Long. 7 seconds left. Long will hand it off to Trustee. Trustee with 3 seconds left gives it over to Wolf. Wolf tries to go inside, and time runs out. Osage doesn't get a shot up, but they'll take a 13-point lead into the fourth quarter. 51-38 after 3 quarters of play. Take a break. Back with the final quarter after this. Listen to Cool 102.7 Sports.
KQUL, Lake Ozark.
Attention all contractors, homeowners, and equipment enthusiasts. United Rentals has everything you need. That's right. And if they don't, they'll go to work to find it or order the piece of equipment that you need. With one of the largest fleets in the country, they carry everything from man lifts and telehandlers to skid steers and excavators. United Rentals not only rents, they sell used equipment as well. Looking for equipment service? Look no further than United Rentals to take care of your fleet. Take Highway 42 to Blue Ridge Road. United Rentals, helping you build the future.
Back to Osage Indians basketball on Cool 102.7.
Back here in Versailles, Missouri, 3 quarters of play in the books. Osage a lead 51-38 over the Versailles Tigers. A big start of that third quarter, but Versailles, again, fighting their way back into it. Only lost that quarter by 6. Just lingering, Steve. You ever have somebody that comes over, like, you know, maybe like a family member or a party, and they just linger around too long?
No.
You've never had that?
No, never. Anybody listening know that?
Because you were saying about your wife on the way here that.
I'm pretty good at getting in trouble by myself.
Yeah,
I don't need any help.
3-pointer by Northrop up, no good. He gets his own rebound. Goes right to the basket. Finger roll doesn't fall, and Bertelli down with the rebound. 2 good looks there. Couldn't get either one to go. Now Murdoch with it. A chance to really chip into this lead. Get it down to 10 with a 3-pointer. Albrecht into the lane, lost a handle on it. That foul was ticky and tack.
Northrop's first of the night, if you'll believe that, here in the fourth quarter.
I do believe that.
Osage has won the last 2 quarters with an identical score of 18-12. Do you believe that?
No, you're making that up.
Okay, fair enough.
Stop making up stats, Steve.
Got to keep it interesting.
Murdoch to Bertelli. His 3 is up and good. And again, Versailles just lingering. Northrop back behind the defense, working on Murdoch, trying to go inside. They do. Harrison has Schofield on his back and just goes up and over him. Schofield got a little fight in him, Steve.
Harrison with 9 tonight.
Going to need a lot of fight, giving up a lot of size there to Harrison. Albrecht takes a few extra steps around the world, no good. Morrison down with the rebound. Childs on the deck. Morrison misses the shot, and Harrison down with the rebound. Somebody's going to get hurt here. It's just a lot of contact. Trusty gets a jump on Schofield. Schofield goes for the back tap. He's called for the foul.
He's in disbelief.
Listen, in the NFL, I don't know what a catch is anymore. And here tonight, I don't know what a foul is, Steve. Baseline inbound coming up for the Indians.
Well, you see if both players catch the ball and go to the ground, it goes to the offense.
Interesting. Maverick with it, 3-pointer up and good. And he points at Schofield.
Did he really? I missed it.
Gave him the double fingers. The index fingers. Sorry, I don't want to be specific there. Let him know. Schofield thankfully had his back turned. 3-pointer up, and the answer from Murdoch. 56-44.
Trusty with 11 here tonight.
We might have some more physicality on our hands here as the night goes on.
Pushing on DePay right there.
6:20 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Brought to you by United Rentals. Man-to-man defense from Versailles. It's a screen from Harrison. Harrison finds Childs. Childs goes past Albrecht, gives it over to Maverick. Maverick kicks it out to Northup, up top to DePay. He'll step into a 3-pointer.
Oh.
Gets it to go. Good ball movement by the Indians. DePay hits the triple, puts the lead back at 15, 59-44. Murdoch to Allen, 3-pointer up by him, and then Versailles answers with a 3 of their own. They want a timeout. 5:45 left to go here in the fourth. A 12-point lead for the Indians. We'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Sold out crowd at Remax Arena, Lake of the Ozarks, and Winter Shelton's got 5 seconds left to win this deal. Can they pull it off? Inbound passes to Shelton at the top of the key. They try to double team him. Shelton crosses over the competition with some razzle-dazzle. 2-1. He shoots the game winner, and it's Winter Shelton for the win!
Shelton is crushing it.
When buying a home or real estate, put the ball in Winter Shelton's hands for the game winner.
Winter Shelton's crushing it, yeah.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you've saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Mills & Sons Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people. At 2701 Bagnell Dam Boulevard. Call us at 365-2002 or visit our website at millsinsurance.com. We're on your side because life happens.
Cool 102.7 and Osage Indians basketball. Now, back to the action on the court.
5:40 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Brought to you by United Rentals. Osage with the basketball and a 12-point lead. Versailles hanging around in this one, 59-47. Harrison to Northrup. Pump fakes the three, gives it over to Childs. Has Harrison on the inside. And there is a finish by him. Couldn't get the first shot to go, but Harrison pulls down his own rebound with the putback.
And I feel like that's the key to putting Versailles away. Let's get some touches for Blake Harrison.
Albrecht draws the contact, hits the basket, and he'll go to the line for one more.
Gave that to DePay for his third of the night.
There was a lot of contact there.
Well, I guess I missed him for him. Yep.
What?
I missed one for him.
Free throw is good, makes it an 11-point game.
And a lot of that right there, a foul on DePay. Just on the other side of the baseline here. We've seen a lot of contact like that. They blew the whistle this time.
It makes you wonder if it's on purpose, though. Because it seemed like that was on purpose by Vansell. I don't know if they're trying to get him to the free throw line, but yeah, just very handsy, Steve. Like a ton of contact. It's a jump ball, and it'll go back to Versailles. There's a lot. They're letting them play at times, and then they're not.
So as part of that strategies Versailles trying to get, hey,
what can we get away with?
Right.
But if the referees aren't going to call it, why not, right? Murdoch working on Childs.
And they're going to call that.
And that's going to be a blocking foul on Childs. It looked like Murdoch used his arm to kind of create some space.
And that's the fourth on Childs. So Bruce is coming in here when he gets his next opportunity. They're going to bring him in right now.
I'm uncomfortable. I know we're up by 11, and we've looked good at times, but it just feels like we're playing the exact type of game that Versailles wants to play right now. Bertelli with it. Gives it out to Vansell. Vansell over to Murdoch. To Allen on the wing. 4:37 left to go here in the fourth. Allen spins in, goes right to Harrison.
Wow.
And it didn't seem like a ton of contact there, and it certainly didn't seem like enough to warrant a foul. And the referees almost seem to be relishing in the calls against School of the Osage here. Again, I ask you, Steve, what is a foul? First free throw good from Allen.
61-51 in favor of Osage.
Both free throws good, makes it a single-digit game. 9-point advantage for the Indians, 61-52.
There we go. Calling it that time. He's been putting his hands on him like that every time as DePay comes to the floor, and now they're blowing the whistle.
Listen, you could have called a foul the last 6 or 7 possessions if you wanted to. Sideline inbound coming up for the Indians. A little bit of pressure here. Difficulty rating at a 4.
Now the next foul by Versailles will be shooting. We'll be at the line shooting too.
No,
so
the next foul by us. That's just the 14th foul, yeah. That's all right. They got their logo on both the home and visitor side.
Gotcha, yep.
Why? But now both teams will be shooting free throws down the stretch with 4:21 left to go here in the fourth. I know we got an early start, but we might have a late ending if this keeps up. And you hate to see Versailles just put Osage on the free throw line and hope that's what gets them back into it. And you'd hate to see that actually get them back into it.
Changing up the defense here.
Showing a zone here. 4 minutes left to go. We're halfway through this fourth quarter. Osage with a 9-point lead. Drews at 15. No one in front of him. He'll put up a tough shot. Can't get it to go. Harrison fights for the offensive rebound, the putback. Blake Harrison making his own luck. He's got 13 here tonight. Murdoch back the other way, working on Gruce. Ton of contact. That's an offensive foul on Murdoch. Gruce draws the foul.
It feels like in these last couple possessions, the officials trying to take a little more control of this game.
Trying to rein it back in. And listen, if they'd have called that a defensive foul, I wouldn't have been shocked. But I think Murdoch put his shoulder down enough to quantify the offensive foul there. So an 11-point lead, a bucket here would go a long way for the Indians. Gruce with it up top. You can just see the intensity's picked up out there, Steve. DePay with Allen on him out near half court. Gets a step on him. Kicks it out to Harrison in the quarter. Harrison pump fakes a three. Goes inside to Gruce. Push shot up and in.
So beautiful.
Nice job by Harrison. Gets himself behind the backboard. The bounce pass into Gruce for the easy finish. A 13-point lead. 65-52. Albrecht, and Harrison going to be called for the foul. Went for the pump fake of the three in the corner. And then Albrecht just kind of went into Harrison, drawing the foul. It's going to be Blake's second, but that is 5 team fouls on the Indians. So that'll put Versailles at the free throw line for the rest of the night.
3:08 left. Osage up 65-52.
First free throw is good. Second one. Rims off, doesn't go. Harrison rips it down for the Indians, gives it over to DePay. 3 minutes left to go here. Osage nursing a 12-point lead. I use that term nicely, Steve. Don't mean that in a bad way, but Osage definitely clinging to this 12-point lead, it feels like at times, doesn't it?
I like what we're doing.
Maverick dribbles in, finds Jackson Long on the wing. Jackson gets past his man, the one-hand push shot up and over the defense. Jackson Long getting on the interior. He's got 17 tonight. Leads, nope, not all scores. Murdoch has 18. Now that ball knocked away by Harrison, and he is back down the floor, gets the steal, gets the layup, extends this lead back to 16. 69-53, School the Osage out in front.
And as we mentioned, the officials kind of reining things in. It feels like Osage has kind of said, hey, let's take control of this ourselves, even as...
Yeah, Schofield finishes the finger roll at the rim, and they're going to say got a little shove from behind. So he'll be at the line for an and one opportunity.
Long picking up his first of the night. .14 lead, 2:19 left in this contest.
Free throw is good, 3-point play. Makes it a 13-point game, 69-56. Maverick has it out near half court, controls it for the Indians. Picks up his dribble, finds DePay. Gruce working on Morrison on the inside. I think that's the matchup they want. DePay goes right at the defense, can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound, back up and off the glass. And we saw the statistics, Steve, in wins versus losses. The offensive rebounding measures so big in wins, and that has been a big deal tonight here for the Indians. That three-pointer bounces up off the top of the backboard, a turnover back to School the Osage.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing our rebounding numbers. And, you know, a board's a board, but some boards feel like bigger than others, and we've had some big boards here, especially offensively here late in this game.
152, ball knocked away from Harrison out of bounds. Full court pressure here from the Tigers. Off the inbounds, DePay has it. He's fouled by Albrecht near the sideline, and DePay will go to the free throw line for two.
Coach Henshaw gathering the other four here just to kind of have a conversation to make sure we're on the same page going on the home stretch here.
First free throw from DePay is good. I think Coach Henshaw is saying keep both feet on the floor. Do not go for pump fakes. Do not put yourself in a situation where you can foul them. Don't be going for crazy blocks. Just keep your feet on the floor. Both free throws good from DePay. Extends this lead. 1:48 left to go in this final quarter of play. 73-56, a 17-point advantage. Schofield picked up by Long. Spins off, dribbles it off his foot, turnover back to the Indians. Coming up on 90 seconds to go here. DePay picked up by Murdoch. Pulls it back out, they'll reset the offense. Gruce working on Morrison on the interior, working hard. Let the big dog eat, and there it is. Morrison reaches in, and Morrison knew the only shot he had to stop Gruce was to foul him.
at the line again.
And when sorry, go ahead.
No, it just seems like we got to. I looked at one point. It was one foul for each team, and all of a sudden we're at 5. Yeah. Whistles have been blowing lately.
That's the only way you can stop Gruce, though. Get him to the free throw line. That's what I had to do with Mary Gruce when we played basketball on the blacktop. She'd post me up, and I was just like, I got to foul you, Mary. I got to put you at the free throw line. You can't be backing me down like that. That's how you have to stop the whole Gruce family.
Put him at the free throw line.
1 out of 2 for Gruce. 1:20 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 74-56. Osage putting this one away down the stretch. Murdoch lost a handle on it. And they're going to say it came across his arm. That one's going to go on Gruce. And Murdoch will be at the line for 2.
Gruce is first for the night. Doing a good job of staying out of foul trouble. The gunslinger Jackson Long coming back on the floor. Childs is going to take a breather. (74-56) in favor of the Indians.
I genuinely mean this. That's Gruce's first foul of the night. Can you believe that?
For a young man who finds himself in foul trouble. Yeah.
Gruce is not shy for fouling. I'll say that about him.
Harrison back on the floor. Northrop's going to take a breather. 1:16 left in this contest.
Second free throw is good. 1:16 left to go here. Off the inbound, Harrison has it. Picks up his dribble, looking for help, finds Jackson Long, swung over to Maverick. Gruce with it, and he goes right at the bucket. They're going to call an offensive foul on Gruce. So Gruce knows he has a foul quota to meet. Picks up his second there.
We wanted that bucket bad. Just kind of telegraphed his intentions to everybody in the and here we go, Aiden Williams doing the tummy slide, cleaning up the floor.
To be honest with you, I think Aiden, half of what he just cleaned up was the mess he made by sliding on the floor, Steve.
I think he's got a little tummy burn after that one.
Yeah, he might questionable day to day. Three-pointer up by Murdoch is good. 74-60. Osage out in front. Under a minute to go here. DePay goes to the basket. Gruce pump fakes, gets the defender off the floor and finishes.
I love that DePay did that. Found a way to give Gruce an opportunity. He picked up that charging foul just the previous possession. Get him a chance to get a bucket.
Morrison to Bertelli back behind the defense. And it's going to be a jump ball that goes back to School of the Osage.
37 seconds left here. Osage up by 16. Jackson Long back on the floor. Northrop going to take a break here. Offense for defense kind of straight out here.
I don't think I told you this, but that night I did the St. James game by myself and we lost. I think that might have been partially my fault because I saw Coach Henshaw before the game. Back behind the defense, Childs gets it, does not take the layup, and Osage will look to run some clock out. Anyways, I saw Coach before the game in St. James, and he said, he was like, very cordial, said hello. And as I went to shake his hand, he put a fist out for a fist bump. So at the same time, I switched to a fist bump.
You grabbed his hand?
Handshake.
Oh, man.
And then we tried to switch it again, and he went fist, and I put my hand around his fist like this. I know this is bad radio, but I put my hand, and he said, he literally said to me, he goes, "Oh, no." And I was like, what a terrible omen for the night, and it wound up being a terrible
Did you say
omen.
that? Did you say what a terrible omen?
I said that's my fault. Couldn't get the fist bump handshake figured out, and I just put my hand right around Coach Henshaw's fist, and it was just, it's tough,
And the fact that you're still thinking about that moment tells me quite a bit.
Oh my God, every day. Every day.
No, Northrop with the steal coming back this way. Going to see if he dishes it off to Gruce, and we got players on the floor.
When Schofield, look at the Versailles coach down here with his hands out. I think he might be more mad at Schofield.
Do we call this an intentional foul?
Yeah,
here?
It was an intentional foul called. Northrop gets the steal, tries to come down and finish. Schofield is going to pick up his fifth foul and have to take a seat.
And we get a technical shot on that, and then possession, or how many shots we got coming our way? So we got
I don't know.
Northrop on our end of the floor by himself, as all the other players are across the half-court line. Noah Northrop knocks down the first one here. 79-60. Gives Northrop 12. Second shot going in as well.
And you could kind of see it happening in slow motion, you know, when he was coming down, and you could see Schofield was the one chasing him down from behind. And as an announcer and as really, you know, a fan, you just kind of like hold your breath in that situation and hope that it doesn't turn into something that it's not. Here, you know, a 20-point game, Steve, and it's just so confusing what's happening down the stretch here. And I know that there was the unwritten rules of basketball, Steve. This is where they become a thing, right? And you don't, but they're still fouling you, and they're playing hard defense. So it's
with a 20-point lead and 10 seconds left. Grease at the line for 2, misses the first.
They should just write these as rules of basketball. Then everybody would know them. They wouldn't have to be unwritten, Steve.
That seems like a great suggestion.
Admin of basketball, I'll give it into him. 3 seconds left. No shot going to go up as time expires. And Osage will take home an 81-60 victory, a 21-point win for School of the Osage. We'll take a break. Come back, talk to Coach Baumstark, and get you set for Friday night. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Rise and shine and start your day the right way at Hy-Vee Market Grill with their Pick 3 breakfast deal. For just $5, you get 2 eggs, choice of crispy bacon or savory sausage, and toast or fluffy pancakes. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Available now at your Osage Beach Hy-Vee Market Grill location only. Breakfast for $5? That's a morning win.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
Tradition runs in the family. Family vacation, family Sunday dinner, and family holiday gatherings. Lake of the Ozarks boaters find top quality boats and service at Kelly's Port. The same owner and manager for over 40 years. Now that's a tradition. Start your own family tradition on a new Regal boat or Bennington pontoon, backed by highly trained and certified technicians. Kelly's Port on Business 54 in Osage Beach, the marina on Dude Ranch Road, or online kellysport.com. Book your winterization now.
Life comes at you fast, sometimes too fast. Should've remembered the golden rule. No, not that one. Golden Rule Insurance. Call them for personal lines of insurance for home, auto, life, boat, and RV. And the best part is, when you bundle, you can save actual money. Golden Rule staff are educated and trained to ensure their customers have the very best service. Find personal lines of insurance that work for you. You can find them on Osage Beach Parkway in Osage Beach. Golden Rule Insurance Agency. Coverage you need, people you trust.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
The season's over, and it's a great time to inspect your dock for any damage. Dam Steel and CWD Supply have everything you'll need to get your dock back to like-new condition. From cables and clamps to bumpers and structural integrity, they've got you covered. Make sure your dock is ready before another season takes the toll. Located right on D Road in Osage Beach. Stop by or call them today. Dam Steel and CWD Supply. Your trusted steel and dock people since 1982. Don't wait. Schedule your dock inspection now. Game analysis, stats, and more. It's Osage Indians basketball. And this is the postgame show on your Indians hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Versailles, Missouri, Osage a winner again tonight, 81-60 over the Versailles Tigers. Joining me here for the postgame show, I've got the Blake Show, Blake of the Ozarks, Blake Harrison joining me here. And Blake, we've talked about the last couple weeks. It kind of feels like, really the last week, your game has kind of been taken up a notch. I know that the team's kind of looked at you to kind of take control of the game in certain situations, and it feels like you've stepped up to that call.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about, like, control the controllables is what we always say, and one of those is just your defense and rebounding. You got to take that everywhere you go, and coaches are always on me about that since I'm the big guy, and I got to try my best. And these past few games, I've been getting some boards, and it's just been going right to me.
Yeah, talk about out-hustling down here on the offensive end. That's really a skill that you kind of have to fight for. It's not just something that you just are born with. You have to fight for it. We always say on the air, Blake Harrison makes his own luck sometimes. They don't run a lot of plays for you, but you're confident in the shooters that you have around you, and then you're just down there. You're just banging. You're fighting for rebounds. You're going up between 3 and 4 defenders. Talk about the work you're putting in down there.
Yeah, we got a bunch of great shooters here, so I know that I got to get down, and whenever they don't hit the shot, which usually isn't much, I got to get the rebounds. And, I mean, they usually aren't too many rebounds in a game, but they come to me when they do. And, yeah, Coach always talking about don't dribble it, just go right back up with it. And past few games I've been trying to do that, and it seems to be working.
Talk about the difference between last night and tonight. Last night, you kind of pull away down the stretch. You keep them at arm's length. It felt like Versailles hung around, and this game was a lot more physical tonight than what you saw last night.
Yeah, last night we went in. We knew we were the better team, and you could kind of see it at the beginning of the game. But we went in at halftime, and he told us that we need to bring our controllables again, which is just the rebounding and the defense. And tonight it was the same thing. We kind of knew we had the edge on them. We still had to do the things that we knew that we could do.
Yeah, you came out. You had a big third quarter. Steve said you might have had a talking to at halftime. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to go in there.
Just motivation. It was just motivation, right? Well,
Yeah.
Blake, you've been playing great the last week. You've got 14 wins on the season. That's already 3 more than you had last year. That's
Yep.
got to feel good.
Yep.
But you got a tough stretch coming up. Tri-County Conference play starts next week, and you got some really tough teams ahead of you. Where's your mindset as you head down the stretch here?
We just got to work hard in practice and know what we can do and know who we are and keep our mind on the prize. We got to see how far we can get.
Well, Blake, it is a pleasure to watch you improve and grow and just be the player that you are. Congratulations tonight, and we'll talk to you going forward.
Thank you.
That's Blake, the Blake Show, Blake of the Ozarks, Harrison joining us here for the postgame show. And now Coach Baumstark, who unfortunately doesn't have a nickname.
No,
Putting the heads. We're going to work on it.
That's
We'll workshop.
fine.
You know what? The drive home, Steve. We'll workshop some stuff. So obviously you heard me talking to Blake last night. A completely different game than what we saw here tonight. I'd say in the NFL, it's hard to tell what a catch is sometimes. It was really hard to tell what a foul was here tonight at times. The referee's kind of letting stuff go, but the boys stepped up and played that physical game against a tough Versailles team.
Yeah, it was awesome to hear Blake say, we control the controllables, and some nights the officials are the officials, and so we just got to play through it. And I think back-to-back, last night was pretty physical when it came to Blake and Dane. I thought they had a really physical night with some guys beating on them, driving in the lane and things like that. And tonight, with Reese inside, it was a tough matchup for Blake because they're very similar in kind of the way they play defensively. Reese can step out and knock some shots down, which he did tonight, but they're very physical and about the same type of player when they get inside the paint. And so super proud of these guys. Playing back-to-back games is never
3 games in 4 nights.
Yeah, is never tough, is never easy. And so the way these guys came out and kind of executed and Versailles had a big win last night against Eldon, and so they were coming in confident. And this place, just like Stoutland, it's always hard to play in Versailles. I think the rims are a little tighter, and so and they're always going to play us super competitive, and so super proud of our effort tonight.
Correct me if I'm wrong by saying this. This kind of felt like a game that last year's School of the Osage might have let get away from them. I'm not going to say would have let get away from them, but it felt like the kind of game that Osage would find a way to almost lose last year. And it kind of feels like we have guys we can go to in these situations this year that can put this game away.
Well, you're exactly right. And they just wouldn't go away. It kind of felt like us against Eugene where we'd cut it to 11 or we'd cut it to something like that, and then they come down and knock a big 3. And that's kind of how it was for us tonight, just the opposite way. We'd stretch it to 15, and then they'd get 4 points real quick and make it a close game. And so, like you said, it was a great job of our guys kind of rebounding, and they had runs and we responded with our own runs. And I thought defensively, again, it wasn't our best night. Giving up 60 points isn't really what we want to do, especially that fourth quarter. We really want to put teams away. But
33-22 in the fourth.
Yeah, but offensively, you can't deny the 33 points in the fourth quarter and getting guys hot. And I know I keep on saying it, but when we can consistently get guys, our scoring consistent. That's where we're a really dangerous team. I think we had 4 guys in double figures again tonight, and so when we have that, Noah Northrup had a big night again for us. Andrew Gruce came. He's been playing really good for us, rebounding the ball and playing solid defense and knocking some shots down also. And so when we're getting everybody kind of cooking on the offensive end, and it makes us look really good. And so we got a tough stretch coming up. Cuba on court warming on Friday, and then Southern Boone in Mexico next week, which is going to be a gauntlet. And so the next couple nights are going to be super important for our practice and getting kind of recovered, and we'll be ready to go.
Another 2-win night for School of the Osage. They'll move on to court warming on Friday night. Coach Baumstark, thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you Friday. That's Coach. And again, the JV, a winner earlier tonight. They moved to 8-0 on the season. The School of the Osage varsity boys moved to 14-4 with their victory here tonight. Steve, putting the headset back on. Who do you have, or what do you have as far as player totals, Steve?
Here we go. Our scoring leader here, Jackson Long with 17, followed by Dane DePay with 15, Blake Harrison also with 15, Noah North with 13, Maverick Trusty with 11, Andrew Gruce 8, Landon Childs 2.
Mills & Sons Insurance MVP of the game.
You know, it's hard to argue against who Coach brought up here. You know, I felt like they're in that fourth quarter. It just felt a little uneasy at times, and as you and Coach already talked about, Osage made the right decisions in some pretty key moments to put the Tigers away, and I think part of that was making sure that Blake Harrison got his hands on the ball. And Blake Harrison making sure he got his hands on the ball in the form of just some key rebounds and putbacks. The fact that you've got a big guy that I feel comfortable with wherever he's on the floor, wherever he touches the ball, he just has great awareness. He's good enough at handling the ball that he just is a great part of our success. So I'm going to go there. How about you?
Yeah, it's really tough. I mean, you could go Jackson Long, led the Indians in scoring tonight. He hit some huge threes to kind of extend that lead. Noah Northrup, 11 points in the first half to kind of come out and set the tone for School of the Osage off the bench. Landon Childs, while he didn't put up points, my goodness, did we say his name so many times, offensive and defensive rebounds. He had to be close to double-digit rebounds tonight, multiple steals. It really, you could give it to a lot of different people tonight. I got to go with who he brought up here, too. Blake Harrison has taken his game to another level these last 3 or 4 games. He's playing extremely well. He is showing out. He is making his own luck sometimes, and when he gets the basketball, like you said, he's a player that you can trust to do the right thing. His basketball IQ has improved so much since we saw him as a freshman up in Centralia 2 years ago. It is crazy and fun to see the player that he has become for School of the Osage. And, yeah, I just really like this team as a whole right now. You couldn't go wrong with Long, Northrup, Trusty, Childs, DePay. Anyone who got on the court tonight, you could really make a case for him at some point. But I'm going to give mine to Harrison with Long and Northrup right behind him.
Yeah, how many nights have we seen 5 Osage Indians scoring double figures?
That's crazy. That is crazy.
That's pretty
big.
That
really is crazy. So, yeah, Osage gets the win here tonight. Our next broadcast will come to you live Friday night back at School of the Osage. It'll be court warming. It'll be a JV boys game, then a varsity girls game, and then a varsity boys game. So if you get a chance to come out, please do so. These JV boys are 8-0 on the season, and then you get a chance to watch the varsity girls and varsity boys back-to-back. You get to watch the court warming festivities. If you can't make it out, guess what? We'll have the call for you right here on 102.7 as well as live on MoSportsZone.com. So check it out there if you're unable to make it. But please come down, support the Indians. Check out this team against a Cuba team that they beat earlier this season in the Lynn tournament. That Cuba team, Coach Baumstark and I have talked about it. They want that win back. It was a 1-point win for the Indians to move to the championship game that week. And Cuba really wants that win back, so it should be a competitive game Friday night. We'll have the call for you. But for tonight, Osage, the big 21-point winner over Versailles. For Steve Adams and Maya back in the studio, I am Craig Allen. Thank you for listening. This has been a presentation of Cool 102.7.